The dark horizon. The stars shone cold and distant in the dark sky, far from the warmth of any sun, far from the safety of Earth. Silence stretched across the void, broken only by the faint hum of the human warship drifting near the edge of the galaxy. Captain John stood on the bridge, his eyes scanning the endless darkness. His crew moved quickly, their faces tense but calm. They had trained for this moment their entire lives, yet the weight of what lay ahead pressed on them like a shadow. Far ahead, the alien Armada appeared. Thousands of ships, large and menacing, glided in formation. Their metal gleamed under the light of distant stars, and their engines roared like a living storm. Commander Stor, the alien leader, hovered over the holographic display on his bridge. His long fingers tapped the control panel, sending orders in rapid bursts. His voice was sharp, confident. "Humans are primitive. Their weapons are weak. This battle will be easy," he hissed, looking down at the tiny blip on the scanners. Back on the human ship, the crew did not panic. They had fewer ships, smaller numbers, but they had something the aliens had not yet understood: human courage and cleverness. Lieutenant Leah checked the weapon systems again, her fingers dancing over the controls. Energy shields hummed to life, cannons powered up, and a faint glow lit the walls. Captain John took a deep breath. The human ship drifted closer to the alien fleet, seemingly small and harmless. The aliens laughed in their strange, clicking language, mocking the humans. "Look at them," Commander Stor sneered. "They do not even know we are here. They will die before they understand our power." Minutes passed. The humans approached, slow and steady. Every crew member was ready. The tension on the bridge was thick, almost visible. Captain John's voice cut through the quiet. "All stations ready. Fire when ready." No one moved too quickly. They did not panic. They had waited for the right moment. The human ship seemed still, almost fragile, but inside, it was alive with energy and purpose. Suddenly, without warning, the humans fired. Energy beams shot forward, bright and fast, striking the front of the alien Armada. Explosions flared across the alien fleet. The shockwave rippled through space, tearing metal and sending small ships spinning out of control. Commander Stor froze. His eyes widened. No one had expected humans to attack first. "Impossible," he shouted. "This cannot be. Humans are weak. This is impossible." His officers stammered, trying to regain control, but the formation was already broken. Panic spread like wildfire through the alien Armada. On the human ship, the crew remained calm. Captain John watched the alien ship spin in chaos. "Target their engines. Focus fire on the lead ships," he ordered. The crew responded instantly. Every weapon moved in unison, precise and deadly. Each shot found its mark. Aliens were thrown into confusion. The alien Armada had never experienced fear like this. They were used to easy victories, used to striking first and crushing weaker species without thought. Humans had shattered their expectations. They had fired first and hit hard. Commander Stor's confidence was gone. His hand shook slightly over the controls. "Regroup. Regroup now," he barked, but it was too late. In the distance, more human ships appeared from stealth positions. The aliens did not see them until the humans were ready to strike again. The fleet was small, but the humans moved with intelligence, not brute force. Every strike was calculated, every move unexpected. The aliens' sense of control vanished. Captain John leaned on the railing, watching as the alien ship spun and faltered. He felt the weight of the moment. This was just the beginning. The humans had shown strength, but the battle was far from over. The alien Armada still had numbers, still had firepower, but they had lost surprise. They had lost control, and for the first time, they were afraid. The dark horizon seemed to stretch forever, yet a glimmer of hope shone from the small human ship. Courage, skill, and strategy were on their side. The stars were silent witnesses to the first strike that would change everything. Captain John's voice was calm, but it carried a quiet promise. "This is our fight. We will show them what humans can do." The alien Armada paused, stunned and silent. Shock filled their ranks. They had expected weakness. They had expected fear. Instead, they found fire, precision, and courage. The battle had begun, but humans had already changed the rules. And in the darkness of space, the horizon waited wide and empty for the story that was about to unfold. Shockwave in the Armada. The alien fleet trembled in the dark void, their massive ships drifting like wounded beasts. Commander Stor's claws clenched the control panel. His pride had been shattered in a single strike. How could they?" he hissed, his voice trembling. The humans were supposed to be weak, small, fragile. Yet here they were, striking first, precise, unstoppable. Captain John leaned over the bridge, calm as ever. His crew worked in perfect harmony. "Prepare for counterattack," he said quietly, his eyes scanning the alien formation. Every human knew their role. There was no fear. Only focus. Only strategy. The aliens tried to reorganize. Ships spun, engines flared, energy shields flickered. But panic spread faster than they could repair. Orders collided, messages repeated, confusion grew. Commander Stor bellowed, "Target their flagship! Destroy it now!" But the humans were gone. Cloaked shadows slipped between the alien vessels, appearing where they were least expected. Lieutenant Leah fired again. Energy beams lanced through space like silver lightning. 2 alien cruisers erupted in explosions, sending debris tumbling into the void. The remaining ships hesitated. Commander Zor's advisors argued furiously. "We cannot control them," one cried. "They are not like any species we have faced." In the midst of chaos, a small alien frigate attempted a direct attack on the human flagship, its massive weapons charged, beams streaking toward the humans. The crew on the human ship held their breath for a fraction of a second. Then, with a single swift maneuver, the ship rotated, shields flaring bright. The beams struck harmlessly against reinforced hulls, exploding into fragments that drifted silently into the darkness. Captain John smiled slightly. "Predictable," he murmured. His second-in-command, Rena, gave the order. "Target their engines. Disable, don't destroy. Leave them floating for the others to see." The human fleet moved like a single organism, every ship anticipating the next move of the aliens. Even the smallest fighter craft knew exactly where to strike, weaving between debris and energy blasts. The aliens could not understand. Their technology was powerful but rigid. They had never faced an enemy that used creativity, deception, and surprise as weapons. "Commander, they are dividing," Stor said, voice tight. "The humans are coordinating. Too precise, too clever." Fear had entered his chest. For the first time he felt it. A dread he had only heard in ancient legends. Suddenly, from the edge of the void, more human ships appeared. Sleek, black, and silent. They had been waiting for this moment. They cut through space, forming flanks, trapping the alien ships in a deadly net. Commander Zor's eyes widened. "Impossible, how?" On the human flagship, Captain John gave a calm order, almost like a whisper. "Encircle them. Maintain pressure. Do not allow escape." The humans moved, silent but deadly, striking from angles the aliens had never considered. One alien cruiser tried to flee, only to find itself blocked by 3 human ships, all weapons aimed. The alien pilots panicked. Their formation crumbled, ships collided, shields failed, and explosions flared across the darkness. Commander Stor slammed his claw onto the console. "Retreat, fall back, regroup," but it was too late. The humans were everywhere at once. Energy beams cut through alien metal, tearing apart engines and hulls. Small fighters darted between large cruisers, striking weak points. The aliens had numbers, yes, but humans had intelligence, speed, and unpredictability. Captain John watched as one of the alien leaders tried a desperate maneuver, sending a massive weapon toward the human flagship. Without hesitation, Leah fired the countermeasure. A pulse of energy hit the alien ship, causing it to spiral uncontrollably into the void. Silence followed for a heartbeat, and then chaos returned. Stor's voice cracked. "We have underestimated them. They are different. They are dangerous." The human crew did not celebrate. They knew the battle was far from over. But they had sent a message. Humans did not wait. Humans did not hesitate. Humans were not weak. From the distant stars, the dark horizon seemed to ripple, echoing the shock that spread across the alien fleet. Fear had entered the hearts of a species that had never known it. For the first time, they questioned their might, their power, their assumptions. Captain John's gaze remained steady. He knew this was only the beginning. The aliens would try to regroup, to strike back. But the humans had shown them something they would never forget. And in that vast, silent space, one truth became clear. The galaxy had never faced humans like this before. They had fired first, and now the universe had begun to realize their mistake. The turning point, the void of space, was alive with destruction. Alien ships spun in chaos, engines failing, metal torn apart by precise human strikes. Commander Stor paced his bridge, claws tapping frantically. His pride had already shattered, but now his fury matched his fear. This is impossible. They are small, but they fight like legends. Captain John watched from his bridge as the alien armada struggled. His fleet had inflicted damage, but he knew the war was far from over. The aliens were stubborn, relentless, and dangerous. One mistake, one misstep could turn the tide. But humans had something aliens would never understand: strategy, unity, and foresight. Lieutenant Leah monitored the alien patterns. "Captain, their ships are trying to regroup near the dark sector. They think we cannot follow." Captain John nodded. "They are wrong. Set the trap." The human fleet split silently. Half the ships veered to one side, appearing to retreat, while the others moved stealthily behind asteroid clusters. The aliens watched, thinking humans were retreating. Commander Stor smirked. "Finally, they show fear. We will crush them now." The moment was perfect. Humans had lured the aliens into overconfidence. As the alien cruisers moved forward, energy nets fired from both sides. Beams of light trapped the alien ships, disabling engines and cutting communications. Panic erupted among their ranks. Captain John remained calm. "Focus fire on the lead cruisers. Target command systems first." The human fleet moved like a predator. Every shot, every strike was deliberate. Alien ships collided in confusion, shields flaring and failing. Commander Stor's officers scrambled to maintain order, but it was impossible. Humans were always one step ahead. "Prepare the pulse cannon," John ordered. "Now." From the rear, a human destroyer unleashed a massive energy pulse. It hit the largest alien ship, the command vessel, sending shockwaves across the Armada. Alien ships trembled. Debris scattered like stars, falling into the void. Commander Stor could only watch in horror. "No, this cannot be happening." A small alien fighter tried to escape the chaos, weaving between explosions. A human interceptor followed, silent and deadly. The alien ship spun into the path of another human attack, engines failing, weapon systems destroyed. Fear spread like wildfire. Aliens had never imagined an enemy so small, so clever, so fearless. Captain John's voice cut through the tension. "Prepare boarding units. Disable the remaining cruisers without annihilating them. We want them alive for observation." Leah raised an eyebrow. "Sir, you want them alive after this?" John nodded. "They will carry the message. Humans are not to be underestimated." Meanwhile, Stor's fleet tried a desperate maneuver. He sent his largest battleship directly at the human flagship, hoping to crush it in one strike. The human crew held their ground. Their shields flared, energy beams deflected, and in a brilliant counter, the alien battleship was trapped in a web of human fire. It spun uncontrollably, engines failing, until it drifted silently, a ghost in the void. The alien armada was crumbling. Ships that had once moved with perfect formation now drifted in chaos, many lost forever. Commander Stor's face turned pale. His advisors whispered warnings, but he could not hear them. All he knew was defeat. Defeat delivered by humans smaller, weaker, and yet infinitely more dangerous than he had ever imagined. Captain John looked out into the void. The alien fleet was broken but not gone. Yet for the first time, humans had the upper hand. Every strike, every tactic had turned the tide. Aliens feared them now, and fear was a weapon humans could not wield, but it worked in their favor. Suddenly, a communication signal from Stor's flagship. "Humans, this is Commander Stor. Stop. Stop or all will be lost." John paused, then replied calmly, "This is your warning. Humans fight with skill, courage, and intelligence. Do not test us again." In the silence that followed, the alien fleet paused. Even their most aggressive ships hesitated. For the first time in history, an entire armada trembled before humans. Captain John did not celebrate. He knew this was only the turning point, not the end. But the message was clear. Humans were not weak. Humans were not simple prey. Humans were a force that the galaxy had never reckoned with. As the human fleet regrouped, Captain John's eyes scanned the horizon. Stars glimmered quietly, distant and cold, but humanity's presence shone brighter. The aliens had learned something terrifying. Humans did not retreat, did not surrender, and when cornered, humans struck first and struck hard, and so, in the vast emptiness of space, the turning point had arrived. The aliens had underestimated humans, and the price of that mistake was written across the dark horizon, in fire, smoke, and shattered ships. The galaxy would remember this day. The Armada had paused in shock once before, but this time it was more than surprise. It was fear, and humans had only just begun. Humanity strikes back. The alien fleet floated like wounded giants in the black emptiness. Ships spun, engines sparking, some drifting aimlessly. Commander Zor's claw shook as he gripped the console. We cannot fight them. They are too clever, too fast, too unpredictable. Captain John stood calm on the bridge of the flagship. His crew had grown silent, focused, their eyes scanning every movement in the dark horizon. This was the moment humans would strike not just to defend, but to dominate. Lock all weapons on the remaining cruisers, John ordered. Focus fire. Make them see the price of underestimating humans. The human fleet moved like a storm, silent but deadly. Fighters darted between massive ships, avoiding alien fire with perfect precision. Cannons flared, energy beams lancing forward, striking alien cruisers with pinpoint accuracy. Each explosion sent shards of metal drifting like shooting stars, a deadly ballet of chaos and precision. Commander Zor tried one last maneuver. His largest battleship moved at full speed, aiming directly for the human command ship. Its cannons glowed, preparing to unleash devastation. But Captain John had anticipated this. Prepare the counterwave, he said quietly. From the human destroyer at the flank, a massive pulse of energy surged. It hit the alien battleship mid-course, and the resulting explosion rocked nearby ships. Metal tore, engines failed, and the massive ship tumbled helplessly into the void. The alien pilots screamed in their strange, clicking language, their panic spreading faster than fire. Target the command ships next, John ordered. We end this now. The human fleet moved in perfect coordination. Fighters weaved between cruisers, disabling engines and weapon systems without destroying the ships completely. Each alien vessel trapped or immobilized served as a warning. Humans fought with intelligence, not just force. Suddenly, a small squadron of alien ships tried to escape through a hidden wormhole. Captain John tilted his head. Intercept. They don't get to hide. Human interceptors leapt through space, cutting off the escape. Alien pilots found themselves trapped, powerless against speed, precision, and strategy. Ships that had once been proud and terrifying now drifted like helpless targets, their crews trembling in fear. On the alien command bridge, Commander Zor's face was pale. His entire armada was crumbling before them. He banged on the console. We cannot survive this. Humans are monsters. But humans did not celebrate. Their strikes were deliberate, controlled. Captain John knew that too much destruction would create chaos in the galaxy that even humans could not control. This battle was a warning, a demonstration of power, not a slaughter. From the far edge of the battlefield, human stealth cruisers appeared, previously hidden. They moved into positions no alien could anticipate. Beams lanced out, striking alien cruisers from angles they could not defend. Engines exploded, shields collapsed, and alien communication broke apart. Commander Xor realized it was over. His fleet was scattered, disorganized, and broken. The humans had achieved what no one believed possible. They had not only defended themselves, they had dominated the battlefield. Captain John activated the communications array. Commander Zor, this is your final warning. Humans do not attack without reason, but we do not forgive mistakes, retreat, or face annihilation. Humanity is not weak. Humanity is not afraid. Silence followed. Even the smallest alien vessels paused in the void. Fear had fully entered their ranks. Ships that had once been symbols of terror now floated powerless, a testament to human courage and skill. As the human fleet regrouped, the crew looked out into the dark horizon. Stars glimmered quietly, distant and cold, but the humans shone brighter in the void. They had struck, and they had proven that intelligence, courage, and unity were far stronger than size and firepower. Captain John took a deep breath. The Armada will remember this day. The galaxy will remember. Humans will not be ignored. Humans will not be underestimated. And in that moment, the silence of space was broken by a new sound. Not weapons, not engines, but the quiet, steady hum of humanity's resolve. The alien Armada had paused in shock once before, but now they would never forget the day humans fought back, and won. The dark horizon stretched endlessly, but humans had made their mark. The war was not yet over, but the first step had been taken. The galaxy had learned that underestimating humans came with a cost no one would forget. Captain John looked at his crew. Their faces were tired but resolute. This was not just a battle, it was a message. Humans were clever, fearless, and united. and for the first time the aliens truly feared what they had awakened. The aftermath and shockwaves. The alien fleet hung broken and trembling in the dark expanse of space. Silence stretched across the void, heavier than any storm. Commander Stor floated in disbelief on his command bridge, staring at the remaining human ships. His pride was gone. His fleet was shattered, and for the first time in his life he felt true fear. Captain John stood at the forefront of the human flagship, calm and composed. His crew, though exhausted, moved with purpose. Every weapon was ready, every eye alert. The humans had proven their strength, but they knew the galaxy still held surprises. This was not just a battle, it was a warning. Stor's communication signal crackled through the void. "Humans, we yield. We will retreat, please. Do not follow." John's gaze did not waver. "This is your choice," he said quietly. "We did not fight to destroy without reason. But remember this, humanity does not surrender. Humanity does not forgive mistakes. You will carry this warning wherever you go." The alien fleet began a slow, uneasy retreat. Engines flared weakly as ships limped back into hyperspace, their once proud formation in shambles. The remaining alien pilots were silent, haunted by the precision and courage of humans they had underestimated. Captain John turned to his crew. "Prepare for recovery and repairs. We need to ensure our victory is complete. Every ship accounted for, every weapon ready. The galaxy will know we are not to be challenged." Lieutenant Leah scanned the battlefield. "Sir, many ships are drifting." "Abandoned. Some are damaged beyond repair." John nodded. "Leave them. Let the debris tell the story. Let the universe see what happens when humans are underestimated." In the distance, smaller alien scouts attempted to escape, hoping to return with news of humanity's power. Human interceptors moved silently, blocking them, ensuring that none left without witnessing the humans' resolve. Not a word was spoken, but the message was clear. Humans were united, intelligent and unstoppable when provoked. The fleet regrouped. Shields hummed, engines flared to life, and the humans moved in formation once again. The stars seemed to shimmer differently now. They reflected the courage, the skill, and the relentless determination of humanity. Commander Xor's face, visible for a moment through the alien communication feed, was pale. He realized the truth. Humans were not like any species the galaxy had faced before. Small numbers did not mean weakness. Cleverness did not mean vulnerability. Courage and intelligence combined created a force unlike any other. On the human flagship, Captain John spoke softly to his officers. "They will tell stories about this day. They will tell tales of their fear, and one day every species in the galaxy will remember. Humans strike first, humans strike hard, and humans never surrender." Leah smiled faintly. "Sir, we really did it." John nodded, eyes fixed on the horizon. "We did more than win. We changed the way the galaxy thinks about us. They will never forget it." The human fleet began its journey back toward Earth, silent and powerful. Ships glided like shadows across the stars, engines humming a low, steady tune. Each crew member knew they had been part of something historic, a demonstration that humanity, small in number, could stand against the mightiest forces the galaxy had to offer. Meanwhile, the alien armada carried their tale of defeat. News spread quickly across star systems. A small human fleet had struck first, destroyed their lead ships, and forced an entire armada into retreat. Fear of humanity spread like wildfire, ensuring that the aliens would think twice before ever challenging humans again. Captain John's gaze remained fixed on the stars. "The galaxy will test us again," he said. "But now they know the truth. Humanity is not to be underestimated. Humanity is not to be ignored. Humanity will survive. Humanity will win." The dark horizon stretched endlessly before them, but this time it was no longer empty. It was a canvas for humanity's courage, a witness to their strength, a symbol of their indomitable will. And somewhere in the vast silence of space, aliens whispered among themselves, fearful and humbled, forever changed by a species they had once thought weak. The human fleet moved forward, silent and unbroken, leaving behind a trail of shock, awe, and the undeniable proof that humans were a force the galaxy would never forget. Humanity had struck first, humanity had struck hard, and the galaxy had learned a lesson that would echo through the stars for generations. The dark horizon was still vast, still unknown. But one truth shone brighter than any star. Humans were fearless, humans were clever, and humans would never surrender.